Okay, so the deal with this quad here, it's an 86 Polaris 250, two-stroke, and I've had this for 2 years now, and it's not worth much, but the front shocks are totally shot on it. It's like driving it, you're just banging every bump, it just bangs. So you can't buy these shocks anywhere. There are no aftermarket suppliers for these shocks. I've been looking for a long time, and even on eBay there's a couple, but they're used and they're like 120 bucks. By the time I get them shipped here, it's not really worth it because this quad's not worth much. So what I'm trying to do is make something fit. So you see the mounting on this one is it's welded right to the shock, and 2 bolts mount to the hub. So what I got here, I picked up some used shocks. These are from a Honda 4-wheeler. The problem with these is they have these eyelets on both sides. So this top of this one is just the stud sticking out. I've already done the other side, but I thought I'd take you through the steps I did to make it work. So let's get started. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this spring apart. Hopefully it doesn't hit me in the head. The last one didn't. I don't think there's much tension on these, I hope. There we go. Yeah, there's not much left of that shock. Definitely no good. Okay, now let's get to work on the replacement shock. Okay, so here's the replacement shock. This is the top here. This is the old shock. So what I need to do, I need to cut this stud off of here. It's all one piece, but I'm going to cut it right there. And then I'm going to cut this off here, and I'm going to weld that on top. Okay, so I'm not going to bother showing you all the grinding and stuff, but I'll come back when I have these all cut off. Okay, I've done all the grinding. So this is the replacement shock. I cut the eyelet off of there, and then I cut the this stud off of here. So now I have to weld this onto here. So what I did in the last one, I drilled a hole into here a bit, and I've kind of grinded that a bit, trying to make it somewhat straight, and I'll fit it like that and weld it. I'll get back to you when it's done. The plate goes on these bolts here. There's one there, the top one. Okay, so now, I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but I'll try. Let me put down the stand. Okay, so let's install this shock. Now there is a cup that goes on first. So let's put it up here. Okay, so this goes on first. I'm not going to tighten anything down yet because I have to take it off again. Okay, now it goes up here. Rubber bushing there, washer, and the nut. Just tighten this down a bit. Okay, for now, I'll do, and I'll show you what we're going to do at the bottom. Okay, so now to mount the bottom of the shock, so if I lift this up, lift it up like that, and then I'll put the shock there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tack weld the shock onto that plate. Then I'll drill a hole for the bolt anyway, but I'm going to weld that shock onto the plate. So I'll show you that when it's done. Okay, so I'm getting ready to weld the shock to the plate. Here's the plate right here. There's the shock that I'm going to weld to it. Then I'll end up putting a bolt in too, just in case. Okay, so here's the shocks are finished. Just gonna bolt them up, and once I get the rest of the quad together, we'll take it for a ride and see what happens. I know this isn't probably approved by Polaris, but what can you do when you can't get parts? let's have a look at the final product here. So we'll see how it turns. May have to loosen up that bolt a bit if it's too tight, but we'll see.